Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
The creepy and the creepy, mysterious. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's tabletop time.
I'm Jazza from Draw with Jazza.
I'm Chad from I'm Chad.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Mackie.
Plug the Twitch and thing. Go.
Stuff.
We have our live stream on twitch.tv/It's Tabletop Time, which you can catch us on Tuesdays. And we've got a podcast on Soundwave that you can also...
SoundCloud, you ruined it!
SoundCloud!
You're doing great. I'm amazed you remember that much.
I know.
I don't even remember that.
Great.
Plug Twitter. Go.
You can also watch us on Twitter at Twitter.
You can't. What are you can't watch us on Twitter, you doof.
You can follow us on Twitter and watch the posts that are tweeted.
And some of those posts are fan art.
Fan
Speaking
art
of which,
indeed.
this is one Shad was hoping to show people of the night from episode 2 saying, "Get off my lawn."
So that's hilarious because as soon as your foot gets on there, I just imagine like, get off my lawn!
That was awesome. So that one is from Rith King Will. Can you read the names for me? Because I can't really see them. But then this is one of this guy.
Forge
Sir Alaric,
PA.
wearing a great helmet. Impressive.
This is how fast my internet is. That's atrocious. Wow. What is happening?
It's died.
Yeah, it's died. Sorry. Anyway.
Well, you stream on YouTube.
So I'll show that one later when we get to Rob's campaign. This is a depiction of my character.
And wearing a very accurate gambison there. I very appreciate
nice.
that. Very accurate.
Good job, Dooskin. And then we have
That's
Phil Brush.
awesome.
Phil Brush did a picture of our party.
That's awesome.
Adventuring. That's
so
pretty
cool.
sweet.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Great.
And this one's another party depiction as well.
That was wicked.
Looks like the party having a party.
From
And they're standing on a rock.
Like
Love this
all that
shit
labeled,
set.
and you see here there's Shad as God up in the corner / narrator. Awesome. And I think
It's
that's,
raising dice.
that's pretty much everything. Other than that, Mackie, do you want to plug Cogent?
So Cogent Roleplay is the roleplay system we use most of the time on Tabletop Time for all our tabletop RPG based stuff.
For all our role-playing
which was
needs.
designed by Josiah and Shad themselves. Over much collaboration, many hours spent on it arguing and
Many
so forth.
years.
So-
And we still argue over it, and it's in alpha, so
And you can pick that up at cogentroleplay.com. It's free. It's a downloaded copy. It's good to have handy. Searchable copy if it's digital. So, which is always
Hint.
So yeah.
let's
right.
jump into the story.
Okay, so last time on The Ruin Witch, it's actually kind of a very epic cliffhanger. The witch appeared before Dale, and Sadie was being attacked by chairs and brooms and floating swords.
Was about to be attacked.
She actually was, and it's about to be attacked. So they were
And a chair.
a chair of death.
Just like in Beauty of the
And they start singing, "Meet your death, meet your death. We will take you to your death."
Leave you through the chest.
That's good.
Yeah.
And we'll murder and we'll hurt her and we'll say... We now need to replace all
Tie
the
your
lyrics.
noose around your neck, Cherie, and swing until you die.
See, we're doing well. Come on, keep going.
This is looking great.
This is all Amy's
loving
character. Like, she's just dead, Amy. Give up. There's no point fighting.
Alright. So we left with him in a dungeon, me in a field, and her in imminent danger, basically.
Yes, exactly. What are you going to do, Amy? Or Sadie?
Are they like guided? Like if I move, are they going to follow me?
No, the witch doesn't look like my wife. Sorry, I'm just answering chat. You don't do that, okay? When you make an evil witch, you don't make her look like your wife, alright? Just a rule to follow.
Yeah. That sounds like a way to get yourself an unhappy
Unless you
wife,
really
so
need
you've
to
got
like
an
vent
unhappy
your
wife.
frustrations from like a severely
If you have
unhappy
an
life.
ex that you don't like.
Yes,
well,
there's a good idea. The witch looks like Tony Abbott.
Does Tony Abbott your ex?
Yes. We have a...
That answers so many questions.
That's why I'm left wing.
How far into the building am I?
You are, I was thinking, only a couple of steps near the door.
Okay, well can I like
Leave?
hop on the other side of the door and shut it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alrighty. The door is sturdy and it's shuttable. Good. Lucky, because if that was mine, it's going to crumble. You're like, crap.
Okay,
So, yeah.
yep, I'm
You
gonna do that.
Okay. As you shut it, you hear this and these blade points just out of the wood.
Blade points.
Yeah, there was
The
some
broom had a
Swords.
there was some swords that rusted old swords.
So
that-
it's like pung pung psh, for the broom.
Good.
Does the chair start
Like-
barking?
Quang, twang, swing.
Good sound.
Right.
All right. Have we got the echo on already?
No.
Good.
I'm waiting till we're in the dungeon.
You're in the dungeon.
So excited. Yeah, I know, but this is your bit. Although they did their bit for a long time. Maybe we should do our bit.
This beautiful woman. Switching to Dale, Jazz's character, who is in a dungeon tied up. First he saw himself walk into the dungeon and suddenly change before his eyes into a beautiful woman, voluptuous woman. Okay, and so... I burped.
And then that
Share that
echo.
with you.
You really broke the tension there.
Sushi!
Oh my god. I knew the sushi would in some roundabout way affect the smell of this room. Turns out it was when it would become secondhand sushi.
So anyway, this woman is standing before you, looking absolutely beautiful, and she smiles and says, "Are you hungry?"
I had lots of food, but it's all
You hear the footsteps coming down, and you see the huntsman there.
What was his name?
what's going on here?
Is it Egwene or Garen?
You're surely the witch, and he's in cahoots with you.
Let me just...
The witch's name's Lundra.
Garum. Garum was the witch. Oh, sorry, no. Garum is the huntsman that you met and disappeared.
So was a
He's
guy in the town's name Egwene. I thought Garum...
The girl that you met who gave you the potions was Egwene,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he is holding a silver platter with a succulent roast pig, already cooked right there. And
That's all well and good, but I'd really go for a key right about now.
Garum puts the pig down, walks in, opens the gauge, comes down and starts to unlock the manacle.
Oh, didn't think you'd take me up on that so soon. What's happening? Why am I asking you? You're the bad guys.
He unlocks the manacle, gets up and has to walk out, and she smiles again and is like, "Are you hungry?
Not at the moment.
Are you
That's a
hung-
lie, but he says that.
Are you hungry for something else?"
What? Are you hitting on me?
I really don't want to do this.
You're being propositioned.
Maintain eye contact.
I don't want to.
Continue.
Fantastic.
She is looking at you in the eyes, and I'm looking at the camera. I know what it is.
Look at.
But so, what is your response to this? Because she is like one of the most beautiful women you've ever seen.
I feel like unless he has to make some sort of a check against, like a will save of some sort, that he'd be skeptical, obviously, because he appeared in a dungeon. This is the guy that he was skeptical of because he disappeared, and obviously the witch. So I don't think he's going to be keen to accept their hospitality anytime
Not to
soon.
mention he's probably not at the age, potentially, where this wouldn't matter. How old's your character?
It's like 17.
He
Oh,
is
okay.
exactly at the
People in-
age where this would matter.
People in chat are saying, Jazza, check her age before anything progresses. Which is a reference, of course, to Roguestar, where I was being hit on by a 9-year-old who was fully mature in her species, but that's a long story and let's not go there.
Okay, so she begins to disrobe and starts to try and seduce you.
I'm like, oh no! Wait, I've been unlocked. I have all my stuff on me, yeah? Oof. Okay. I sprint for the door.
Do you? So you're running for it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make it to the door and you get out.
I'm running. Yeah.
Mhm.
I stop. I turn around. I pull out my sling. I mean, this is what we came here for, right? I
Roll a perception.
yeah. Thought something's got to give. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You hear footsteps behind you. I wouldn't do that.
Who is it?
You recognize the voice of Garum.
Because he's already.
I thought he was standing next to her.
No, he walked back out the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I left her.
Yeah, but then you turned around,
Yeah, and I
then
look at
you
him.
hear footsteps behind you, and Garum is behind you.
And he, what do you mean I wouldn't do that? You're on her side, obviously.
Hey, back in the cage. The Witcher says, "Clearly this won't work. Deal with him." And she begins to leave.
I run! I run away! I run. What's his reflex?
2.
I'm. Oh, fuck. I run! Roll d6.
Roll perception.
3.
3.
Okay, as you try to begin to run past him, you see Garum begin to grow and hair start to sprout from his shoulders as he begins to form into a bear.
Yeah, cool. While all that time is passing, I'm running.
You're running?
I'm running.
All right, well...
Yeah, cool,
is that-
something
that's
hairy
what
is happening, I'm running.
You have 2 reflex?
Yes.
Okay, roll.
D6. We're rolling off.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I win!
You win.
Yay! He declares. Go.
Rend you to pieces.
It's a chase then. I'm running. Crap, I don't have any.
I feel like if he's turned into a bear, his stats should change from being reflex based to be strength based.
He'll get bonuses and stuff.
Yikes. I'm running. I'm just running.
Before you do this, what do you have on your person? Do you
Just-
have any trickeries?
Some basic adventuring gear. Can we roll a D20 chaos roll to see if amongst my adventuring gear I have either caltrops or bolus?
Bowlers.
Bollers.
What are they?
They're very specific.
We did
They
ask
are,
you
but-
about bowlers
Yeah,
before
we
the
have.
campaign
We actually
started.
did bring it up. So
All right.
There has to be some pretty friggin'
It'd
big
have to be-
bowlers
I
for
would
a
assume-
kid.
Caltrops, very unlikely. Ballers,
19, 20,
maybe.
15 plus.
12.
Nah.
Do I have at least like marbles or something?
Marbles?
Small stones.
I
Okay.
have lots of those. That wouldn't help me though because they might slip over.
You have stones, yeah, because of your
Okay.
sling.
Here's a question then. If I perceive as I'm running, if there's anything to sort of break as I run to sort of tumble down the stairs after me.
You've reached a stone stairwell that spirals up. And there's stone on that side and that side. Stairs going up, going around.
I'm sprinting. I'm racing, yeah. Giving it all that I've got.
So you're running upstairs. So he's already entered the stairway. So he's already blocked in by the
Yeah.
stairs. And he's running.
At this point, I'm screaming. I'm like, guys, I'm down here! Come and help me!
You hear echoes from inside.
Yay!
Like, very soft.
Hey.
You can't make out all the words, but like...
I don't sound like a dog.
I mean, it would murmur.
Okay, so rolling.
I thought your character was like 14.
17. It's on his sheet, yeah, 17.
I thought he was
Okay,
much
so
younger.
rolling. Athletics and natural bonuses.
Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. Go.
How small are some of these stones that you have? Anyway, roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 6.
I have 3 dice.
Is that an attack roll?
No, that's just the chase.
but I at least perceive that he's gaining on me and fast.
And you just...
So do I don't have to roll the chase roll. I can change my choice because I have won the reflex
you won the
roll off. Crap, I'm in trouble. Oh man, I'm in so much trouble.
He told you to get back in the cage.
Okay, I have a grappling hook on me. Which...
What can you do?
So you said I'm surrounded stone on both sides?
Yeah.
What's above me?
Stairs and the next level of spirals.
So it's wood?
No, stone.
Ah! Oh, I'm so dead. I've got nothing. I've got like...
How far up the staircase is he? Is he on like the first step, or is he like
I'd
15
say...
steps up?
Yeah, maybe even 20 steps up. You've gone maybe around...
But
one
he's
of
like
the loops.
And it's-
immediately going to catch up.
And it's like a rounding staircase, yeah?
Yeah, it's a spiral.
I have 1 point in vocation farmer. This is obviously an animal creature of some kind. I could assist with this vocation to tame this beast.
I don't think
no?
that's realistic.
Crap.
You could...
I'm in trouble. This is going to use some destiny
instead of
points.
going up, why not try using a grappling hook to go
There
down?
I was
is
thinking-
something you could do.
I can't
Thanks
think
for
of
the mysterious input, narrator.
There is though, right? I can't play for you, but
Yeah.
Is there anything his character would do?
And, okay, what I'm going to do...
you know, I could...
I'm going to make a stealth check to faint, whatever the word is, and immediately jump back into the side so that the wolf, who's obviously... Is it a wolf?
Bear.
Bear. Big bear thing. Obviously got a lot of momentum and whatever. Obviously a lot of size as well, but if I can like slide under and like fake it enough and get a good stealth check, I think
So
that's
you
the
wanna-
only shot I've got at this point because I know I'm in trouble. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
The difficulty on this is going to be insane.
Oh, yes. It's against his perception. It's stealth.
You're just trying to assist. And so,
Assist.
aren't you trying to assist?
I'm making a maneuver. I'm ducking behind him as he charges forward.
Yeah, that would be a combat roll versus his combat roll to try and do that. You can
No,
assist
it
your
would be
combat
a
roll.
stealth versus his perception, but because it's active.
No, that's actively trying to hide and not have him perceive you. And that would be extremely difficult. Because you're
No,
in a
just to-
corridor, essentially.
Not
with nowhere
not
to-
have him see me, just not have him anticipate my change of
That's an
movement.
assist to combat roll.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I can think of. So
You could... I can let you roll an intelligence check to see if something...
done. 2.
It was going to be a 3.
Crap. Okay. All right, and assist to a combat roll it is. That's all I've got.
What weapons do you have? Other than your sling.
I think I have like a dagger and I have lots of little stuff. Like I would have a knife, I'd have grappling hook and rope, but it'd all be in my
You'd
pack.
also have clothes.
Yeah. Food. I have lots of food! Oh my god! As I'm running, I'm just seeing if this works. Yes?
You were taking out all your food and lying it out before you.
Not all of it. I never specified that I was taking out all my food. I was just trying to find a pin or hairpin and could only
Do you wanna
find
roll to
meat
see
pies and bacon.
Roll to see what type of food.
Yes.
12.
Okay. You find some jerky, some dried jerky.
I'm like, please, 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 please. And I throw it to one. I have no idea what to do. He's going for me. He's not going to go for the jerky.
There is something you could try.
Stop saying that! That does nothing for me.
Well,
I'm very distressed right now.
I only say it to, I guess, put it out there that it's not a no-win situation, but it's
Yes,
tough.
it is if you're dumb and can't think of anything to do. It took us an hour to think of, we have a anti-spell potion. This night thing is a spell. This feels like a pretty no-win situation to me. I'm in a narrow corridor, climbing uphill with a bear behind me.
And a grappling hook.
I have beef jerky in one hand and a sling in the other. And no athletic skills, no strength or intelligence. I am boned. I'm just gonna have to do a combat assist. I am so screwed.
If you get hit by him, one swipe will kill you. I would imagine.
Well,
A bear's gonna have like.
I have
3
destiny
strength.
points. I'll see how far they take me. All right, this is my assist. This is my feint stealth assist thing.
He doesn't have a potion.
Might have been useful.
No, I don't. All right, I've made my bed. I'm going to lie in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Assist is 3, I'm hoping.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
a
get plus 1. Then my combat roll. What's his combat roll? That depressing
9.
moment. Oh no. Okay, base of 3, plus 2 for my attributes, plus... Is it plus 1 win?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't add slingshot to my combat roll, obviously. This is my combat roll. I have 5.
So you can
He's
get
9.
6. He
Alright.
could get a bad roll. He
You go
could get a
first.
bad roll.
You go first. Oh, that's not a bad roll.
He got 5.
1, 2, 3. Hang on, no, that's 6.
Is it?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh no! Alright. Combat roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually decent.
So you got
which becomes 5.
So you only
Which-
take 1 point in damage.
Or he staggers me, but I'm using a destiny point.
You do have medium armor or something there.
He does.
I have 1 point of armor.
You do.
Hallelujah! Wait. That I'm safe, right?
So, as you turn around and you get ready.
Duck and slide.
All right. That would have affected the combat roll a little bit.
Oh, how?
Because it's very difficult to pull off. You're trying to slide under. Actually, no, you have to accompany an acrobatics check with your combat roll. And so because the combat roll so far is decent-ish, it means you might not be dead, and you can try and
good.
perform the acrobatics.
But hang on, is combat... I'm so confused.
We'll do it that way. That's how I roll.
Do what?
You're going to do a separate acrobatics check to see if you get past the guy.
Are you
But
sure?
he can't die anyway.
What's the challenge level?
I'll tell you in a sec. It'll be versus his grapple.
Crap.
But, so as you run up, he just like, big claw slash, which goes right across there. But your Gumberson saves you, or doesn't save you, but it prevents any injury.
You just... Yay. Gambison.
Oh yeah. Alright, so now acrobatics.
I would have thought you would have worn your Gambison to these sessions by now.
We need the aircon up a bit more on that. It's so hot in that thing.
I was thinking of borrowing Anthony's armour at one point so we could all role-play in armour and costume.
Alright, so acrobatics.
Can he
versus
go first?
Grapple.
I want to know what I have to beat.
Add to the drama.
I wonder what a bear's grapple is. It might be better than mine.
Plus 100 to grapple.
I have -1 to grapple.
You're doing acrobatics.
Yes, I know. Thank God.
I would've
This
just-
got real intense real quick. Oh, that's terrible. That's
You got a
awesome.
1.
Yes. I got a 3. Does that? This isn't combat though. This is just
Yeah.
challengeable.
So, you ran forward, and as the bear lunged at you with its big claws, you leant back and it scrapes along the linen of your gambison, preventing it from digging deep into your flesh. And you slide down onto your buttocks and slide right beneath the bear's legs behind.
New round of combat. What's he doing?
He would, For a bear in a small, tight hallway, I'd say you get a -1 in rounds. Because he's got to try and maneuver himself
He's
in a
got to
hallway.
turn
with
around
sharp
as a
turn.
bear.
Roll perception.
Unless he turns back
What's
to
the
a
challenge
human,
level?
turns around and then turns back into a bear or something.
2. Success. What?
He got a 4.
He suddenly morphs and changes and becomes a raven.
God damn it.
So he's like a druid, maybe.
He's like a shape.
Some sort of a shaman druid thing. I don't know.
And the raven is flying. And who's declaring first?
Raven or the dude, because I
Yeah.
won the reflex roll.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay. Its intent is to fly over you to get in front of you.
It is in front of me.
No, it's
Oh, you
behind
mean between me and the witch in front of me?
To
You're
get
running
in front of you.
Below me on the stairs.
To fly. You're going down the stairs?
Yes.
It's intended to fly over
I'm
you?
not running away from it.
Oh, you're not?
No, why? I'm running towards the witch. That's.
So what are you doing?
I get past it, but I want to see its move first, obviously, before I declare anything.
There's something really important I wish you could realise right now.
Well, I don't. So go on.
Well, no, you might. Roll intelligence.
2.
Oh, 2.
Nope.
No. You realise ravens are far less dangerous than bears.
Yeah, I sort of assumed that as a person with a brain.
So what are you doing?
You're probably
Well, this
catch
is
it with
why
a-
I was waiting for your declaration, because I was
And
going
I
to attack.
declared. Oh, you're attacking. There
Yes.
you go.
So the raven's just going to fly over me.
Yeah.
Catch it with your sling.
In that case, grappling hook onto the raven to like.
With a grappling hook.
Yes.
All right.
What?
Do you have a proficiency in that as a weapon?
No. I changed my mind.
Oh, do you?
I pull out my sling.
Oh, because you've got skill points in sling, don't you? That makes
Very
sense,
adept
doesn't
at.
it?
I have good points in aim throw, but it makes more sense too. Anyway, I attack it. It's not defending.
It isn't. Well,
It gets a defense roll.
It gets a defense
but
roll.
Is it flanked or what?
no, it's not flanked.
It just defends
It's-
with its attack roll.
Its size
Doesn't get to use its weapon.
doesn't have weapons.
Yeah, I know, but anyway.
Okay, and so it'll get a bonus for its size. It'll be difficult to hit because of that. So, yeah.
It's okay, I'm very good with a sling. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what's that?
That's its combat roll?
Mhm.
Bam! Oh,
Good catch.
1, 2,
Oh, you knocked one of
5,
them.
6. So you get +2.
Ooh.
Destiny.
I'm going to use a destiny point. So that's level 3 win.
You can't have any armor.
I'm going to inflict a serious injury. Because it's a raven.
It's a raven.
Yeah.
So as this raven went to fly, you just whip out your sling, just lob a rock as hard as you can, and it smacks this raven in the head, just and it falls down. And as it falls,
I love all our sound effects. Could I just say that? There was just like a good 20 seconds of us just going,
as it falls,
continue.
as it falls down, it suddenly changes and grows and morphs into a human, as you recognise as Garum, and he is like missing this much of his head. There's blood.
That much of his head?
Yeah.
Is he like dead?
Well, serious injury, almost.
He's not moving, and is missing half of his head.
New round.
Finish it.
I'll go to
You
finish
hear
him.
in the distance, a scream.
And do that again. Ready? Go. That was really weird. Anyways, in the downstairs or upstairs?
Upstairs.
I got to finish him though. Mm-hmm. What does he declare? Obviously, he's much slower than me at this point.
He declares
He's
nothing.
dead. He's missing half of his
Oh, he
flipping
is
head.
dead. I
Yes.
thought it was just a level 3 injury.
To a raven.
All right, good point.
And then,
All right, I win. Good. All right.
holy crap, he actually took out.
All things considered, now you've got to backtrack and tell me what the out was that you thought I could have used.
You could have taken up her proposal.
What and made?
Fornicated.
Why do you keep wanting me to
I
have
don't
sex
want
with
this.
NPCs?
I don't want it at all. No,
you
I
keep
don't.
writing it
If you
and
realize,
just saying this hurts
yeah,
me
no,
more.
but listen to me. If you realize, I mentioned that one of the things that the witches used was seduction. If you listen to me, that was one of the things that she has done to try and.
Well, I thought better, and instead thought I will dodge a bear and defeat a.
I guess I was quite. You know,
know-
I'll just take on a shape-shifting bear.
You know what I'll
instead.
do today? I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna admit I did not see winning that as a perspective. Anyways, do you want to skip to these guys because we've done me for a while?
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna run back to Sir Alaric. Am I on the outside now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna run back to Sir Alaric and say, okay, can I like run in? Do I have to roll run? I can just run.
No, that's fine.
All right, we need to get in there. Dale went in there and I heard some screaming and I think something's wrong.
You heard Dale. Where did he get off to anyway?
And were you wondering where she went off to as well?
Why were you guys not helping me in the fight?
I was helping, but he ran in there and then I thought I should follow him in case there was another night guy because that's where he came from.
So what was in there?
A whole bunch of flying weapons.
Sure, let's go in there. That sounds like a great idea.
How many?
There was like some brooms and some swords, but they're all. I think I got rid of them. They're stuck in the front door.
Fantastic. All right. Can we roll perception to see if there's any entrances? Any other entrances?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Two.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. You think there might be? I mean, it's this castle is falling apart, literally, and so there are probably holes and other things inside. Now, when I said you were near the door, near inside the key pitch before we walked out, I said you heard a scream of some kind,
Yeah.
and that was you screaming for help.
Yes.
Yes.
We didn't. She didn't discernibly hear what was said.
When was that scream actually happening?
Before I killed the shape-shifting bear, when
As
was
is-
I screaming? It was as I was running away
Okay,
upstairs
so,
from
yeah.
the bear.
Just trying
So,
to marry up
time-wise-
the timelines.
So probably as she closes the door.
Okay, so
So there's currently while they're talking, I'm killing a shape-shifting bear.
yeah, I went there.
Just wanted to remind you guys that that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
keep that in mind.
So yeah, you don't know if there's any other entrances, but there might be.
All right. So I'm gonna just start walking towards the door, then, and just so I'm not seeing any other entrances as I'm walking towards the door.
Okay, so you're going towards the door.
Yeah, I'm just slowly walking towards the door.
As you approach the door, you see a rusted blade sticking out of the wood, and it's kind of jerking and moving.
Can I just snap the end of the blade off?
Yeah, well, you can try.
Okay. Do I have to roll combat for that? I mean,
No,
I
I'll
feel
give
like
it
it's
to you.
pretty easy if I've got a massive
You
hammer.
just grab the hammer side of your pole axe and you snap off the end. Easy.
These are really good sound effects. I've just got to give you credit where credit's due.
Oh, thank you.
Continue.
And it lands.
It'd be good for the podcast listeners because it's like real, immersive.
I want to do more now. Whoosh, clang,
Wang, 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 wang. I'm not as good as it.
It clatters to the ground.
Can I pick it up and toss it over the wall straight away?
It doesn't move. In fact, you hear a clang on the other side of the door as well.
That falls. So if you break the object, it seems to not move anymore.
If they're all sticking out of the door on the other side, can't you just be like, ah?
Yeah. Can I just break off all of them?
You can try.
Alright, do I have to do a combat roll for that?
In one sweep, yes.
Challenge level?
Mm,
You just do a challenge level.
Yeah, I
It's
will.
not really opposing something very active.
3.
Polearm, and I get +3 for polearm to dice roll.
Mm-hmm.
4.
4. So you whip open the door and with this big mighty swing just crack down on every weapon sticking in the door on the other side, breaking them off from where they were sticking in, and yeah, they fall to the ground, clatter.
Alright, in my next movement, I want to grab the door and rip it off the hinge and use it as a shield.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for anything?
Yeah, that's a strength check.
Okay. Difficulty?
Oh, I already rolled on the door, didn't I? And it's very sturdy, so that'll be 5.
There's nothing else I can really add to this. Do I get strength and intelligence? Because it's a strength check, I don't. I just get strength, yeah?
Yep.
So I get 3.
Don't know that you try. The door doesn't move, and there is a chair walking towards you as well as a broom.
Okay. I ignore it reasonably.
Meet your death, meet your
So,
death.
do I have to roll perception? Is there anything else in the room?
Roll perception.
3. 7.
Not really.
Okay.
So what are you doing right now, Sadie?
I assumed I followed him. So
Actually, sorry, there was something, but I'll... Yeah, so you're with Sir Alaric?
yes.
Alaric.
Alaric?
Pronounce the
I
synonyms.
think the same thing every
Are
time.
the syllables? Not synonyms, syllables. All the syllables.
Can I roll perception?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, you see Dale. Oh, sorry, no. You hear a scream of anger and torment.
The witch. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's coming from above.
That doesn't sound good.
Do we recognize if it's a woman or a man or a beast or a squirrel?
Or a raven?
Definitely a squirrel.
You were not paying attention to the chair or the broom.
I mean, not really, no. Not super huge attention.
You get whacked on the back of the side of the head by the broom handle.
I'm going to grab it and snap it over my knee.
You do that. Just fall down. The chair's walked up to you and it's going,
It's
I'm just going to stomp on it
bumping
with
into
my foot.
you
It's just a
stomp
big frog
it.
stomp. Yeah, alright.
Poor chair.
Poor
broom.
Is there anything else in the room that I can smash?
Yeah, there's a lot of little things.
Alright, I'm just going to go like swinging a cat in the room with my hammer and just break
They might as
everything.
well be rocks with runes because they have seen the end of their days. These
at this-
poor inanimate objects.
And so this time you were leaving those going up the stairs, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm sprinting.
Yeah, well you find the Great Hall, the main entryway from the dungeon area where you're in.
And I see these guys.
Yeah, and he's swinging around smashing stuff.
I'm like, oh my god, I thought I'd never see you again. And I run up to him like,
Where were you?
At this time you hear, "Don't listen to him! He's the witch!" And you see from stairs.
I don't
down
give them
around
enough time to talk. I'm like, I was transported into a dungeon. The person who was back in my place happened to be...
Sorry, this is the...
You're going to let me do my thing?
Yeah, but I want to know what their reaction is because you see Dale standing on stairs on the other end, pointing at this other Dale saying, "He's the witch, kill him! He's trying to get close to you!" Or whatever your accent is.
Alright,
Hey,
That was
I don't know what
Scottish or an attempt at
I
Scottish.
know.
I'm Irish.
one of them.
Irish.
Ish.
He's trying to get close to you.
Irish-ish.
alright. If we need to prove which one of you is real, I steal one of Sadie's daggers out of her hand and stab it into the wall and I say, hit this with your sling. So they've got to try and hit the dagger with a sling from wherever they are. I have no idea where my dice go in here. It's too dark. As soon as they hit the ground, they're gone.
Dropping your dice.
Throw a potion at one of them.
Dropping them.
That's true, but I've got to hit them with it, and I don't have
yeah.
any throw. I suppose I could give it to you.
I already said I've run up to you guys.
Yeah, but we don't know who's who. You could be the witch for all we know. We know she's a shapeshifter. We don't know it's you. So we're doing a check so that we know you're
Okay,
accepting.
so I said to you guys, I'm like, first of all, I feel panicked 'cause I feel like I don't have much time because I was in a conflict with a bear and a raven, and now I'm running from the witch who is obviously behind me. So I feel like intensity is about to happen, whereas you guys are all like, which one is it? Try and hit this dagger, and then we'll make a decision. Anyways,
I'm thinking, yeah, you might want to, because this is the thing. If the witch is approaching you to get close,
She's
you
not.
probably think that's a bad thing. And so you need to be honest with what your characters would do.
yeah, if you want me to stop going towards you, I will, but you've got to signal it, not
All
just
right.
swing at me.
Well, my reaction would be to just drop my hammer and try and swing.
At me?
Well, anyone that's getting close. I wouldn't try and hit you, just like...
Well, I
you know how you sway
recognise you
someone-
getting on your guard and I stop because I know when me lord is ready to kick some ass. So I stop and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, I was transported inside this dungeon. This witch took my form and I don't know, but she appeared in front of me, turned into a sexy lady, tried to seduce me. I looked in my pockets for keys to the thing. All I had was food, which normally would be okay, but it wasn't until that man, what's his name? Gargulagulum. He came in and he unlocked me and I ran away and then he chased me, but he was a bear and oh God, I ducked under the bear and I slid and by the life of me, do you see that mark on me? That's the bear. And then I turned around, but he wasn't a bear anymore, he was a raven. And then I swung and killed the guy. He was a raven and I'd slapped his head with me sling, and he turned back into a person with half a head. And here I am. It's the witch over there!
Does the witch have the claw mark? I'm assuming she wouldn't. That's a pretty tall tale for a witch to make up.
No, she doesn't. Actually, that's for you. She does.
God damn it.
Okay.
I feel like that's an incredibly tall tale for a witch to make up on the spot that quick, that panicked.
I have negative
Without
persuasion.
changing mannerisms and that sort of thing. So should we roll perception to see if we know that it's him? Because I feel like it's not something...
I will be persuasion versus perception in that, I think.
What?
I'll give you bonuses for circumstance.
I have a
don't worry.
-1 to persuasion.
Well, not only that, but...
He did say he just killed a shape-shifting bear.
Yeah.
No, I said I killed a raven and it turned into a human.
Whatever they picked up from that.
I feel like he should get bonuses purely because of the fact that...
You did
mannerisms.
roleplay it very well, so...
Yeah, mannerisms. Because if someone starts talking to you that you've known...
I'll give you a
for-
+3 win.
Oh, really? Okay. You roll perception.
I get 3.
Success. I was persuasive.
You were.
Okay.
I'm like...
You may as well go as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I succeeded.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you guys and I'm like, yeah? All right, we're on the same page. It's the witch! And I turn around and I get my sling out and I just start swinging it, getting ready to...
Can I... Is there like a... We would have some sort of signalling system, surely. Because you know how you got like the wink, wink, nudge, nudge?
Yeah, so
What's
what
going
are
on?
you...
So, like, I'm going to kind of wink at him and then, like, reach behind my cape and grab one of the potions and just, like, tap it to him, suggesting that he should sling it. So, kind of like a... That's what I'm doing. So, there you go.
I sort of catch it and...
That's what you're choosing to do?
Yes.
So the Dale that you see on the other side smiles and pulls out a stick of some kind that's this long.
What's her reflex?
Well, Not much.
We're in a combat round.
You
Set
were
orders.
catching a potion.
No, that's before combat round.
What do you guys think? Because
Technically,
she was
it's-
doing this, but while you were like, wink, wink, nudge,
Well,
nudge, here's a potion.
No, she wasn't. She was doing that in response to that.
no,
combat
I
round.
said while you're doing that.
Okay, combat
been
round
smiling.
initiates now. So, who
She-
declares first?
She will be.
Will
She's-
she?
She declares. Well, you declare last because you
No,
got
no,
the
no. But I'm
reflex.
saying you have no reflex too. So out of you and
Yeah,
her,
so
don't
you
have
have
to
to roll.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, so she declares first.
Pulling out a long wooden kind of thing is a wand.
So I'm
I
assuming
knew it.
I've already thrown the potion to Jasmine
Yeah.
at this point. Okay.
You declare. I do declare.
All right. With my action in this combat round, I'm not going to attack. Instead, I'm going to grab the other two remaining potions, throw one to Sadie, and then pour some on my hand and wipe it all over my face.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, Sadie, do the same.
Oh, okay. I'll do that too.
So that's what you're doing for that round?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Dale?
I fling the potion to hit her
To hit her?
/ him because it's me technically. Still, is it me still?
Still looks like you, yeah.
But you're holding a wand.
So that's what I do.
So what are you
Throwing a
doing?
potion at her.
Okay, and
You're
I
slinging a potion at her or something? So I'm
Yeah,
assuming
yeah.
you can go.
I sling it, and I'm going to assist it with aim throw because I'm being very careful and active with this. So what's the challenge level for the assist? Just 3.
Yeah.
Aim throw is strength based, so I don't get a bonus. Please, 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 please. 1, 2,
4.
3, 4. So I get +1 win.
Yep.
What is it? You just getting ready for a combat roll?
No, for a roll. Well, she will get to do this, but yeah, so you got a 4.
3. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay.
So you get an
This is
advanced
my
one.
attack, and I get +1 win to the result of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So he gets a 7 with the potion throw.
So
2, 3, 4,
5.
as you throw the potion at her, there's kind of shimmer around her. The air kind of warps like there's a heat wave or something, and then suddenly she into nothing. And
Doesn't he technically act faster than
Yeah,
her?
this is. I have like a way better reflex, and I beat her roll. So how does that work?
That it's happening basically at the same time, and so if she does get it off, just in,
If I got a worse roll, I
if she
would
was trying to dodge, it wouldn't. But what she's doing is she's disappeared.
Yes, but
as a
she has
defense.
the slowest reflex of everyone.
Yeah, that's in declaration. Technically, all
She
these things
declared-
happened at the same time. That's one of the principal
Yes,
rules.
and the thing that she was doing, which she declared, was pulling out her wand.
yes, to cast a spell, but you don't know what type of spell was it.
You didn't say she was casting a spell.
Do you know what spells look like? She was pulling out a wand.
You would have said
That
she was
was a
doing
bit of a-
something. If you had said she was going, "Kujubagaragigbaga," I may not know what that means, but it means that I know.
Would you have changed your action?
Yee.
No.
No, but
I still,
it's your role as a narrator to keep us informed.
I feel like it should be destiny rolled anyway. Because of the higher rate of the win.
How about
Plus
we chaos
reflex.
roll the potion to her spell thing?
Because it might be like a thing where the potion just gets in the
It
thing and
feels,
then disappears.
it feels unfair that with such a high reflex and with such a good attack roll, that's just like she magically disappears and appears. That's sort of like, that would have happened if I failed the roll.
No, what happens is she disappears and there's a stone sitting where she was standing.
My point is she's taking an active choice. She's doing something.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying she's doing it reflexively. That's fine, whether she does that or not. My point is,
You feel it should hit before she disappears.
I feel
Yes.
she should have to win her roll if it's going to succeed
Yeah.
in any manner.
No, she
Because-
got a good roll.
clearly
Yeah,
this
but-
is going to kill the witch, which is why it's fighting.
No,
for
no,
this
no.
to-
No,
It
I'm
won't
not
kill
saying
her.
what it
It'll
will
stop
do.
her from casting spells potentially or something. But either way, though, in any acrobatics check in Cogent so far, whether it's evasive check, whether it's stealth, acrobatics, athletics, chasing, anything, everything in Cogent, you have to succeed a roll to successfully do the action that you wish to do.
Yes, and that was versus a challenge level, her roll.
I don't understand
If it's out of-
any part of the logic of how she avoids what I did.
No, she wouldn't. It would have hit her square on, but she disappeared before it hits.
My point is, though, in combat, yes, it all technically happens at the same time, but at the same time, it doesn't, because there's a reason that there's a reflex thing. The person who is the fastest still completes their action first.
Technically, if that happens, he would never actually throw it
This is the
before it
thing.
happens.
My point is, if she was casting that spell and that's what she declared, she would have done that, I wouldn't have made that choice.
This is me being as fair as I can, okay? I'm trying to count in the fact that it takes a moment of time for the potion to go from point A to point B while it's soaring through the air. If you were adjacent to her, I would grant that the attack would land before she pulls off her thing. But because of the distance and the time that it takes, that's why I say she's disappeared before it hits. And I think that's a logical, fair thing to say.
As far as logical fair goes, this sort of turned into a debate. When Amy does a spell, it happens in that round at that time.
Can we just say this is the narrator's call and continue on?
It feels really unfair because it's disempowering my success for the sake of pulling the story wherever you want it to go, or whatever it is. It's disabling.
No, see, to
my
me,
success.
this is the same thing as if Amy.
It negates my role and my choice completely. But if you want to do that, we can do that.
But that was by what she chose to do.
Which
She
I
chose
had
to
no
do
indication
something that
of,
would
even though
protect her.
she had the slowest reflex, and I would have known what she was doing.
Yeah, basically
Like
from
if she was turning into a rock, she would have done that before everyone else made their
Who said she
declaration.
turned into a rock?
You did.
You said
That's what it looks like. But anyway.
Okay. Well,
in the rules of how the declaration happens, by the time he goes to throw it, he would already realise that she's starting to shimmer and disappear. So, because he's got the highest reflex, he can see what's happening as it happens. So she's doing the action the slowest, and he can perceive it at the highest rate, essentially.
I guess the reason I find it a problem is because it negates the entire purpose of declare first, act first, and the whole reflex.
I've
payoff.
kept that in mind, and that was my decision in the moment. And I think it works the same way as Amy using her shrink ability to avoid attacks, even though she's moving
had to use
after
a
the
de-
knife.
It
she had
happens
to
in
use
those
a destiny
moments,
roll
though.
as well
Yeah.
to do that. That's the only reason she could do that. And previously, it was the narrator's choice to disable her in that moment.
We're getting caught up on something that's actually relatively small, all right? And even if the
Doesn't
potion,
feel relatively small.
even if
We
the
can let it-
potion, even if the potion hit, it wouldn't really have changed.
It
what
doesn't
happened.
feel relatively small because we have 2 potions left now, and they do something substantial.
They do.
So we're wasting one on a decision I wouldn't have made, which I, by all accounts and purposes, should be informed that she's doing something, and I wouldn't have
But see,
acted in that.
you
regard.
said you would still throw the potion
if she was
casting
transforming
the
or if
spell.
something was happening. No, I actually wouldn't have.
Okay, what would you have done?
You basically stop
Something
your action,
else.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, what would you have
No,
done?
but my point is,
It does.
I will let you
I
change
would
it
have
if you
seen
think
what-
my description
it
wasn't
does-
fair enough, but the pulling out the one thing
it
and you
negates
not
it
being
entirely.
educated in
because
what magic is.
essentially you're saying something's happening. That's her declaration. Then by the time I actually act based upon that, which is I just fling a potion at her, you just say this thing happened, and it completely negates.
Okay, what is chat saying? What do they think at the moment?
Well, Ziggy151 saying Jazzy is being salty, but according to the rules, he is correct. A lot of
That
people
awkward
can-
moment where the 2 founders of the rulebook are arguing the rules with each other. You don't even know the half of it. This is
happens a lot.
This is a day in the park.
This it was just a judgment
Chaos
call
roll.
I made on the mint. Do you want a chaos?
Chaos roll.
Okay.
That's
You
the
wanna roll?
best. Yeah, best.
I will leave it to you.
Okay.
Yay!
So
She gets hit square in the face with a potion, please. Come on.
do you want that? All right.
It's 18!
Okay, she gets hit in the head with a potion.
Yes.
She then disappears.
She then disappears.
Cool, that's fine. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's fine. Cool. The twist can be nothing happens.
Okay.
But I've earned that.
Destiny roll to see if it broke or not.
The potion.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
No, these are solid bottles. You could have just knocked her in the head with glass.
All
I
right.
think that's a fair...
All right, fair enough. Destiny roll. 19.
Okay.
Shatters.
It shattered, okay. So what happened then is that... It happened before. So no, the same thing happens then, yeah.
So she disappears.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
I imagine she can't.
Combat ends, essentially.
So she can still.
I turn around and I say, I told you I wasn't the witch.
We figured.
All right.
It's a
Alright.
pretty
Figure.
interesting story.
Yes.
Well, you should have seen it. It was pretty cool. I mean, I was like sliding and then I swang and music played and, well, no, not really, but there was a sexy lady. That was epic. But it was also me, so not so cool.
Perceptions.
Oh no. Do I roll that one again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
What's the challenge level?
3.
Fail. I don't notice something.
I do not notice either.
What does Sadie notice?
A stone hits the grass just outside the keep, outside the doors. And it fell from the top
Where?
of the keep.
Do you think we should check that out? Did you guys hear that?
Were you role playing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm so confused right now. Why did you open the door?
well, there was actually a sound outside then, so in real life. So
It's happening, guys.
I feel
It's
like I should
finally
justify
becoming
that.
reality. We're all slowly turning insane and being far too immersed in our imaginary world.
There was actually a sound outside, but anyway.
I'm sure
alright.
there was.
So what is your choice to do?
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, at this point, it's sort of up to
So
Sadie.
well, she said, did you hear that?
No? What are you talking
I
about?
heard a thump outside the front door.
Well, open it then.
Well, the door's already open.
Well, have a look, I guess.
There's a rock. Does it have a... Can I...
The plot thickens.
So it's fallen. It's half kind of indented into the soggy soil. So it fell from above.
Does it have a symbol on
Because she's
it?
at the top
No.
of the tower now.
No.
No. It looks like it's actually a part of the stone parapet up above. Like it's actually a bit of mason stone that's very old.
So she's...
She's resorted to throwing Roxy. Do you look up?
Yes.
You see a figure standing on the very edge of the keep, right at the top.
Are all three of us still, like, within... Can we all see each other?
Yeah, but Sadie's the only one who's gone outside.
There's... Can I call back? There's someone out here.
Is it the witch?
I don't know. They're really high.
I think we need to rethink our strategy.
You hear a scream, "I've had enough!" And it comes from above.
Do we have anything to light this place on fire?
You might. You need to... So we're starting to almost enter into a combat round phase. Something is about to happen, and so you'll need to start to... So what are you choosing to do? She's
I wanna
standing above at the top of the keep.
I want to make a supernatural scholar roll to see if in any of the lore that I've read...
You would have been able to piece some interesting facts together.
Well, basically what I want to know is... I know from, like, the thing that there's different type of witches that use different type of magics that are tied to different type of areas and whatever. Is there... do I know of any specific objects or anything that appear to tie to every myth? So, for example, an altar, a cross, a sigil of some kind.
I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, I don't know
dog.
what you're asking.
So basically, like in most, I don't know, witch or wizard or whatever, there's usually some sort of thing that gives them magic or ties them to an area or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, you do know there are names for these types of magic, like witchcraft. Generally, is always focused around things that are like graveyards, decaying stuff, things that are
So she's getting
dying.
her power from the castle potentially.
Possibly, yes.
Okay.
And so, wizardry is generally around, you wouldn't know much
Spires
about
or
that.
something, let's say.
Not necessarily, but there are things that would be associated with it. But yeah, so you wouldn't know much about wizardry because you haven't come across too much of those things.
Is there any way we can destroy this castle? Well, the other thing is, what else do I know about this land? Is it built on a graveyard?
There is an important fact your character might have picked up on.
Okay,
And
what is
roll your supernatural thing, challenge level 2, and you guys can roll just an intelligence check to pick up on this fact as well.
Challenge level 2. Hey, I succeeded. I did not expect that, genuinely.
I would have been challenge
fail.
level 1 for you
Oh, really? Why?
because it's happened to you.
Oh.
6?
The witch has shown an ability to switch places with you.
With me.
With you
Yes,
already.
yeah.
But it wasn't teleporting you. She actually switched places with you.
So she put herself in a dungeon with the thing on. Ah, clever witch.
Okay. So I noticed this as well.
Yeah.
I tell Stadia...
Where is the witch standing?
she's gonna swap and then make someone fall off. Basically. So I'm guessing it has to be based on vision. She can't just magic someone and swap
Well, she was
them from
chained in
any-
a dungeon. She wouldn't have been able to see.
That's true. There's no way to stop this from happening.
So she's swapping places with the stones?
But that.
Why did she drop one off the ceiling?
She didn't. She's actually stepped on a piece of the building and
And
a
it's
piece
just
of the
fallen
building's
off.
fallen.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't one of the rune stones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you smashed that rock in town means that. Oh no, she'd probably
She
be able
was
to do
there
anything.
at some point. I don't see a way of stopping her from swapping with any of us. We've already got potion.
How
on us.
high is the building?
At the top of the keep,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's pretty high. I'd say 20 meters, maybe even higher.
Are you good at climbing, Alaric?
Not really.
Grapple is climb.
Hang on. So
I've got athletics.
only Alaric has figured out what might be about to happen.
I say, I wonder what's about to happen.
That's
Do I know-
metagame-ish. That's very metagame-ish.
Wait,
It was for the sake of humor.
before we go ahead though, is there anything else I know about this? Because I feel like if I've got this much scholar stuff and my character himself has this much intelligence, surely he would know more about this sort of shit.
It's possible.
He spent his entire life around the religious people who seem to know a lot about the supernatural stuff, and he studies it as like more than a hobby. He's like paranoid about it. Wow, what's the word I'm looking for? The amount of detail he goes into studying these things is crazy because his belief, it's almost a belief system at this point to kill supernatural stuff. It's part of his... He's basically formulated a religion almost based on...
So yeah, you're wondering if there's something you can do to... There is, but there's a difference between knowing, like... I'll let you roll. And if you get the roll, I'll see your
Okay, so I'm
character
doing
knows
another
it.
supernatural roll.
Yeah, but this one, it'll be tricky. Could I have a cheat sheet? Cheat sheet?
Yes.
Somebody?
Sorry, probably should have just handed it to you.
6.
What a useful thing to have, which is also part of Cogent Roleplay, available at cogentroleplay.com.
Alright,
This
6.
is the cheat sheet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, what do I know?
I need to figure it out now. There is something that you can do to block curses or magic from a witch and stuff.
You have to draw like the cross on you, replicate a symbol, rub the potion on your giblets. Like,
Yes! That's it.
I'm trying to I'm trying to remember. It's something that's actually involved in the lore. One way is to have the power that's opposite to, because the magics always have an opposite. You've figured out that sorcery is the opposite to wizardry, and druidism is the opposite to witchcraft, because they draw upon completely counteractive forces.
mm-hmm.
And so if you actually have the magical counteractive, or the counteractive magic present or near the person or people, that will temporarily or block the opposing magic from being able to interact.
So
or
basically, she's basically got a form of shapeshifting in her.
Mm-hmm.
So
which is
that's the opposite of witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
But she can only do it to herself,
Mm-hmm.
which means the witch has to do it to her, and she can
She
only-
doesn't know if she can do it to other people. She thinks she can't.
So she might be able to. She can't share that with
But
me anyway.
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know
that
about
shares that
it.
form of magic.
Oh, something else that would be very inherent with the thing. There are certain spells that a witch can only perform if she has something from that individual, like a lock of hair or an object that person owns.
How would have she? She would have had to have touched you at some point.
She was masquerading as Garelm.
No, Garelm was someone completely different.
Garum
he-
was different.
Sorry, no, who was the druid
Garum?
dude?
Garum, yeah.
Garum, sorry.
But he's not the witch.
No, but at the start of the game, he shapeshifted away,
Yes.
which is what the witch does.
If he
No,
needs
no.
like,
No. Oh,
wouldn't-
well, yeah.
couldn't
The
he
witch
give
has not
her something of
shapeshifted
yours?
into animals.
No, that's not
There
what
was something that he did that piqued
Oh,
your
that's why you
suspicion.
said at the start of last chapter that he didn't. That didn't happen. We saw a bird.
Yes, because
Okay, because that's you just corrected the mistake.
Yes.
The mistake was
But before then, when you're in town, he did something that piqued up your suspicions of him.
what was
Well,
that?
I've never touched him before.
No, you haven't, but
Has
he
he
put his
ever?
hand around
Oh,
you
that's right.
and he
And
looked
he-
at your daggers.
my dagger. Yeah, my daggers.
Oh, and he nicked her dagger too. So it was all this like coming to me in a flash.
Bastard.
In game,
So, the
is this
witch
like
would've-
all like running
Yeah.
through my head all at once?
That was a really good role. So I mean,
Yeah,
it sort of
was.
makes sense.
And
But
so
it's
this
a pretty
is all
cool,
coming
pretty
to
cool revelation to have.
that. Yeah, so you know the witch could only have been able to do stuff to him if she actually had something from him.
Which now you know she does.
And another way to stop it.
Yep.
If you destroy the original thing that was taken, like if it was only a part of thing or something, you can sever the link. But you don't know what she has of yours. You have a kind of a clue what she has.
She's taken a bit of the sheath because I looked at the dagger.
There was a bit of the leather strapping around the handle.
So
If I'm, can she do stuff to me? Because of
You-
my skill, my.
She can, unless you're actively using your magic. But you don't know that.
Yeah,
I
he
would
knows
have to
that.
say it.
But he wouldn't know about my magic anyway.
I'm just trying to take all this in and try and form a strategy.
All right. You got to do it quick because
All right.
this is
Yeah, you gotta do it
not
quick.
around like.
Smash the dagger.
So there's no other things that we can do. We either got to destroy what she has of ours, or we have to shapeshift.
Or be touched by the opposing magic.
Well,
But I don't
And
know,
yet
I
you
don't
know none
that.
of this.
You don't
I don't
know
know that.
Definitely
He
don't have
does
time
not
to
know
explain.
that you can.
And it would
touch
be a
that
good way to
magic.
persuade him that there's nothing wrong with it.
all right.
Well,
Well,
this is intense.
all right. So what I'm actually gonna do at this point, because my character's feeling kind of hopeless, I actually reach for my Bible and I'm gonna grab that and kind of sit it in my hand. While I'm doing this though, so this is all in one action, I say to the guys, we've only got two choices and I don't think we can do either of them. It's just come to me that we've either got to destroy what they have of ours, what the witch has of ours. So I
What do you
know
mean?
Sadie, she has a piece of your dagger. I have no idea what she has of Dale's. So we could try and destroy that and then she can't swap places with us. Or we have to be affected by shapeshifting magic. as we're being about to be transported.
How do you know that?
I've been studying up on all this stuff all my life, and I tapped my other book, which is where I write all my folklore and stuff in.
Am I back inside the building
Yeah,
at this
you would
point?
have heard that.
So, and while I'm saying this, I'm like flicking through pages of my Bible, like just saying prayers to myself.
Oh, right.
Are they our only two options? You sure there's nothing else?
There's nothing else that I'm aware of.
So you're saying that's the only way she can swap with people, is if she has something of them.
Yeah. My next thought while I'm doing this is the only other thing I can think of for the moment. Maybe we have to make our way to the druid. You said you've seen someone shapeshift into a raven and a bear.
Druid's dead.
They're saying the stream stopped? Or they're lagging? One or the other.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
the internet connection.
Yeah, there's been problems this stream.
YouTube.
Sorry for the Australian internet. Wah, wah, wah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so either way, I'm going to say, well, for the meantime, we're going to have to do something, so we may as well head to the druid.
Well, I tried to tell you. He turned into a bear. I dodged him like a pro. He turned into a crow. I shot him in the head. He turned into a human with half a head and died.
He still technically was affected by shapeshifting magic.
Different. Anyway.
Well,
What is this magical
grade
roll?
4, okay.
5.
Does anything happen right at this second?
It's about to. I need to roll a chaos.
Oh, shite.
Not a chaos. 1 to 3. 4 to 6.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it, because...
This could actually work out in our way if you get swapped.
1 to 3.
You feel a tugging on you. I'm gonna... Everett, you can perform one action before this...
I say, it's happening, it's happening!
Okay. Can I, like, run over to Dale and, like, grab onto his arm and shrink myself?
You don't know that, that's metagaming.
No,
Well, he told me
I
that...
said shape.
did you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said...
shape-shifting magic of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did announce that before.
Okay,
Can I roll...
well-
Do I have to roll intelligence check for that, or...
No, if he said it...
He did say it, so you've put one together. You might be able to summon some...
Yeah,
the
this
power
would have
to
been a
swap.
spine-tingly revelatory moment for
Okay,
you.
but you don't know if you can shrink someone else. You
Does
can
it-
try.
They just have to be in the presence or connected to someone using that magic, don't they? They don't actually themselves have to be transformed.
No, they need to be actually being touched by the opposing magic.
So do we need to do a destiny roll to see if she can do it?
No, you can try it. I'll give you a challenge level too.
Okay.
Good luck.
1, 2, 3.
What was the challenge level?
For...
Wait, what's reflex?
Just shape-shifting. Specialized task, difficult task.
It would have been like a 5. to
What's your
try and-
reflex? You've got 1 reflex.
You have destiny points.
Alright.
Oh.
You're going to spend all of your destiny points? You really? A 5? Extremely difficult.
She's never done it before.
Done what?
She's trying to shrink you.
Oh. Well, that would be difficult.
Yes.
Okay. 5 I get, but 2 destiny points.
Is it just trying to shrink him alone? Or...
You don't know. You just
I'm just
you could be
thinking.
both you,
Okay.
him, but you're just trying to push your ability onto him
While
in
they're
some
doing
way.
this, Shad, because technically I have to declare first because I've got lower
Oh,
reflex.
yeah.
Can I lower my pole arm and stick it right below his neck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, no, not right below his neck. I'll aim it above his head, so it's sitting.
I was going to say,
above his head.
below my neck, I
He
shapeshift to shrink.
I'm going to sit it on the top of his head because logically the witch... Is she taller or shorter than him?
Taller. Well, actually, you don't know. She has different forms. The form that she
Just
appeared
hold
to
it
you in,
back.
she is taller.
What about at the... So at the moment she disappeared, was she still him?
Yes. But she was a woman when you saw her on the roof.
Okay. Oh. So,
I'm trying to get it so I can trap her. What else do I have? Alright, here's another question for you.
You can ready an action, just say like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get ready with my pole arm so if she does come I can
Mm-hmm.
just
Squash.
swing. But I have another question. I carry around with me salt, holy water, a steak, silver oil, and beast blood. Can I use any of them to hold her there? With
Use
a
all of
pentagram
them.
or something?
Just throw all of
You
them
do
at
have a
once.
potion still.
Yeah, but she has to be ineffective doing it at the time.
No, you don't. Specifically, the potions reversed spells.
Ah. Okay.
I've
got another idea.
Sorry, I saw the wave of understanding. It didn't reach me. So
Can I say something right now before she does anything?
Yeah.
All right, stop. We're gonna let her swap
Why?
because when she swaps, I'm gonna.
hang on, no, you can't say that because you don't know what she's about to do.
That doesn't matter.
You could perception it. I'd allow. Actually, you don't even.
No,
know.
no.
I'm sorry, you don't know she's a shapeshifter. You can't sort of.
I can say we can let.
You're
let
going to
this
assume we're.
You
that
could say
we're
what
swapping.
you are planning to do, and then depending on what you say, she could stop her action. Say, all right, stand still. I'm gonna.
happen. How many actions does it reverse her? Because technically she's been pinging around everywhere.
Well, you will have to figure that out, won't you? We'll find out.
All right. So back in my character, I go. Actually, if we let her swap and then hit her with a potion, she'll then teleport back to herself and then die from falling damage.
Sorry, come again.
So basically, out of character.
Okay, this is the thing. It's happening! It's happening! It's happening! You don't really have much time to say anything. You just can do something.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Okay.
gonna say. Actually, we're gonna let her teleport, and I'm gonna.
All you
smack
can
her
say
with
is
a potion.
let her. Basically, you
Yeah.
have 1 or 2 seconds, and you're like. Suddenly, everything changes, and you are weightless. You're falling. You're like, you see the keep. You're in the air, falling down.
That's what she was doing, the cheeky bitch. Witch.
Alright. So as
That's really clever.
she's doing
Because it's murder. Because Swap and I fall in because she was going to jump off and then. But okay, go.
instantly splash potion on her.
Everything switches back. You're like standing in front of Alaric. You're like,
And
you hear a scream, and something lands in front of the keep outside.
we
Alright.
turn towards it. What do we see?
You see a figure lying with blood starting to pool out from the rocks she landed on.
Can I roll to see if I have anything to make a fire with? I want to burn her.
You would have flint and steel and stuff.
I'm immediately going to try and
Okay.
burn her.
As you run up towards her, you see. What's her name?
Alundra.
No. You see Egwene.
On the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Which one's that?
The one that gave us the potions.
What? Why?
And as she is coughing up blood, she says, "Thank you."
I am so confused right
So
now.
she was cursed.
Is that the witch or is...
I'm going to ask her, so you were cursed this whole time?
The power changes you. And she's coughing and bleeding. Her hands like, you become more than one person. This is who I am. And she dies.
So it's like corrupted her soul, essentially.
And we stand there in the wind on the craggy precipice of the castle's edge in the decaying castle, staring meaningfully at the horizon as a bloody sunset
I'm
hits
gonna.
the peaks of the mountains behind us.
I'm burning. I'm
Sorry,
burning her body, and I'm burning the wand with it.
Oh wow, that was... He's straight to work.
Yeah.
He's like, well, gotta get some kindling.
Gotta remember, my character's paranoid about supernatural shit, so
That's-
straight away he's trying to.
But then you didn't clue into her thing at all.
She was
Never
she was ready to use it. She was like about to try and cast.
So that never happened. Okay, cool.
And while whatever's happening as well, whatever these guys are doing, reminiscing, I'm going to grab the druid's body. Where was the druid's body?
On the staircase down to the dungeon.
You don't know it was a druid.
Well, whatever. Where was the shapeshifter's body? Same thing.
He was on the staircase down to the dungeon.
All right, so I'll go to grab that, and I'm dragging
You
his body up.
find a cat missing half a head.
Slit its throat.
Why is it still alive.
It's dead, but it's a dead cat missing half a head.
So with his last breath, the druid's like, I want to turn into a kitty cat.
Or
It was a cat that was turned into a
or
human.
it reverts to its original form.
What?
Yeah, the witch could have turned the cat into a person. The person grew up and learned things, and then.
Yeah, there's twists and turns everywhere.
So anyway, I'm gonna kill the cat and burn it.
Yep.
Like, chop it a
And
little bit.
you have learnt a new important fact in your quest to learn about these strange, dark, supernatural things. And after study and thinking it out and everything, Sir Alaric comes to the firm decision that witchcraft, the more you use it, it starts to change one's mind, and multiple personalities slowly begin to grow in that person.
Okay. While this funeral pyre is going with the witch and the shapeshifter, what was my question? I had an important question and now it's gone. Fuck. What's her
lost.
magic? Is hers technically witchcraft?
No, it's the opposite.
Mine's
Druidism, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I think we should probably wrap it up there.
And there you go.
But we're picking it up again next week.
No, that's it. You've completed the mission.
Yes, but we should still have some closure. We can still do another stream, and then we'll play another board game.
I mean, yeah, we can try and see.
We've got to. There's got to be closure. We've got to role play
All
it
right,
out.
you wanna-
I don't want my face. Damn it!
You want to roleplay the closure? We can do that. We can do that. I was thinking we could do just a mini campaign or a one shot next week.
I think closure. I think.
All right, no, we can roleplay
I
the
think
closure
let's
if
have
you
a
want.
satisfying end to our story. We earned it. That was satisfying, by the way, and
Yes.
to the thing. But our characters need to have their monumental.
All right, there you go.
things.
And before we sign off for everyone, I'll just explain. Do you want to explain some of the magic that the witch was using just out of game?
Next episode,
Next
because then
episode.
there's more content. So then I have something to look forward to, aside from a feast. Yeah, food role play. Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, Amy.
That's okay.
You're too far away. All right, thank you everyone on YouTube for watching.
Thank you for joining
and
us.
on SoundCloud for listening. See you later.
Catch you guys.
Catch you.
Bye.